Hi, my name is Alexandra Maloney. I'm a sophomore at UC Berkeley studying English language and literature, and I'm the head chair this year for ICJ. The reason I chose this topic in committee is, for one, I think the ICJ is an incredibly unique committee for not only its structure, but for who the delegates are representing. So the delegates will actually be representing judges themselves, which I think is really cool because, at least in theory, judges are supposed to be neutral. So the delegates can really decide for themselves, what they think is the just or most right verdict to lay down, which I think is really cool. I also really like this topic because the court case itself, Bosnia versus Serbia, is extremely multi-sided, and I think a delegate can give a hearty defense or prosecution, and both sides are equally valid. So hopefully that will make for a spirited debate. And third, I chose this topic because unfortunately it's still extremely prevalent in the international court arena today. The International Criminal Tribunal for the former Yugoslavia is actually still conducting trials for alleged war criminals in the Bosnian War. And sadly, it's difficult to fathom that genocides can still happen in our modern world. This happened just over 2 decades ago. So Bosnians, Serbs, and Croats alike are still trying to deal with the aftermath of the war. So hopefully, though, with this case study, delegates can first see the circumstances under which a modern genocide can occur, and then evaluate the international law treaties and precedents that should be set or perhaps modified in order to deal with these cases most effectively and justly. So my advice to delegates for research would be, first and foremost, to read at least a summary of the ICJ's original decision in 2007. It can give you a good idea of what the judges were thinking during the actual trial, and it wasn't unanimous. So you can get a sense of both sides of the case, which will be really essential in determining what your stance is going to be for the committee itself. Second, I'd also recommend you read legal analysis and literature on this because it was such a hotly debated ruling afterwards. There's plenty of literature discussing both sides of it, both why Serbia perhaps should have been responsible or held not responsible. So that can give you a good side of it. And third, I would also recommend you keep up with the ICTY trials that are ongoing because it can give evidence and sort of legal analysis that might be helpful for the committee itself. But finally, I highly recommend that you keep an open mind going into debate because we will have witnesses coming in and delegates will also bring their own sides to the table. So hopefully, if you keep an open mind, you never know what sort of opinions might shift during committee itself. That's my advice. I am so indescribably excited for Bmun 66. See you there.